On this week's Pathfinder session, we are back with our city adventure from Sarisia. Last week's session, the players they have a couple of options to escape this Broken Bridge prison here in the Crossbridge district. It seems that each player has found a little bit of evidence through role playing, sneaking, and a little bit of espionage, while some of the players have got to clean and survey the prison. Sergeant Dolam gave one of our players, Phelan, a message about trying to break the players out, while the players also figured out a little bit of information through their interrogation. Sergeant Dolan gave them some information about who was murdered and even managed to slip Phelan a scroll of sending. Upon learning that information, Eric was discussing with Lamphead, or Stabo, about how he maybe has some outside sources. As some of the players were in the shower area, mainly Bella, she noticed how it seemed like one of the pipes or one of the toilets in the showering area seemed to be loose, and the hole looked big enough that maybe someone can squeeze through. They did do a little bit of further research and found out that this wasn't actually a prison, but it seemed that a prison was made in this building. They haven't found out what the original purpose of this building was, but nevertheless, I did notice that there is some major errors in the construction of this place. So, we will begin with our three options. Our three options are as followed. Option number one. The players can use the scroll of sending to Eric's contacts, whoever they may be. The players can discuss and then send the scroll to Sergeant Dahlem. Then we have an option 3, which could be kind of mixed in with option 1 and 2, which is to find out where this tunnel or sewage goes under the prison. I will go back to where we left off with the party discussing it. When we last left off, it was Stabo, Eric the Wise, Augustus, and Phelan. And unfortunately, Augustus is not here with us this session. But nevertheless, Augustus walks in his room and upset about the treatment he has got and starts to think and wonder and form a plan of his own. Stabo, I will start with you.
Oh, can we have a map switch to the prison?
Of course. Oh, thank you. That was my fault. Nalia, can you hear?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Stabo, I guess, is having little issues. He could have a blackout. Phelan, I'll let you kind of discuss with Eric then.
Okay, I ask Eric, so I hear you can use this scroll?
Eric replies and says, yes, I can use the scroll. I have outside contacts that would be very interested in the kind of what's going on in the prison. I would like to learn more. I'm not sure if you have that information or not, but I take it I did see you walk into or I heard about you walking into the interrogation room once myself, Stabo, and Spruce were locked in solitary.
Yeah, there's a sergeant who is sympathetic to our cause, and he thinks, and we collected some matches and some stuff which might be useful, and also there seems to be some evidence that the Thompson
Or
has been hiding evidence.
Hmm. Warden Thompson's been hiding evidence.
And framing people or arresting people without cause.
So why would the Sergeant Dolan? Sergeant Dolan's a good man, so he can be trusted. I've been in this prison for a number of years, and Sergeant Dolan was always done right by myself and the other prisoners. And he wants to help us escape. That doesn't seem quite
Yeah,
right.
he believed there also was stuff going on. There was a book which went missing from the evidence room, and I do not know much more than that.
Did you find out who was the one that was murdered?
Yeah, he was like a influential artificer.
Hmm.
He had blueprints for like the aurimach or some robots, and that's about all.
Interesting. You see Eric start to, he kind of puts one of his hands under his chin and he strokes it and kind of lightly taps on one to his index finger, to his middle finger, to his ring finger, to his pinky finger, kind of going back and forth as you see him kind of sit there, kind of drifting off, thinking. He says, "Well, we do have a bit of information then." We only have one chance, but I can maybe reach my contacts. Stabo here said that with the scroll ascending, but we only have one, and I'm very well versed to use that scroll. There's no probability to it. I know I can use that scroll without fail. Um, it just, before I use said scroll, I think we should all, for those who can be trusted here, which I trust Spruce, and I trust Stabo, of course. But who else would help? Like, how would we really escape? Is there a route that you or anyone that you came in with maybe have discovered, or I need to know? I only have a certain amount of words I can send my contacts on the outside.
Yeah, Bella found a route into the sewer, but we don't know where the sewer goes. So we suspect it's a way to somewhere, but we don't precisely know where.
Interesting. You see Eric kind of walk over, and he whispers something and tells these people to politely, he whispers something, and then he walks around and sits down beside Spruce, and he begins, kind of, it seems like munching, like on a plate, like fooling with his hands, and he sees Bella at the table. Phelan, you're there, but he sits down, and you see these people get up a short time and walk away. And he's looking straight ahead, Bella, but you do hear your name, Bella. And after not getting a response, he calls it out loud and says, Bella, I need to speak with you, but don't make sure you bring no attention to that you're speaking to me. Keep doing what you're doing. I don't know if she can hear me. Let me see. Can Stabo hear Eric?
Yeah.
So he invites Stabo to sit down as well. And Eric still calls, he says, Bella.
Yes.
Again, don't break any attention. Just keep on looking straight ahead. Phelan has told me that you know of an alternate route of escape. if I'm able to get in contact with my colleagues on the outside. What did you see that seemed suspicious?
Yes. I've talked to some people about it. Talked to Torin about this. There is a grate in the washrooms. With some strong hands, we can remove them.
Interesting. Torin's behind him, so he speaks to Torin, and Torin confirms this. Spruce, again, don't make eye contact with me. I saw how you were able to navigate our last little situation. It did seem like things were a little bit of spur of the moment and not planned out and not thought out. Even though it was very impromptu, I do believe that if we form a concise plan, we would be able to better break out of this place. And you see Eric's speech pattern change. You see the way he's talking, the words he's using, the vocabulary. It's not just, you're starting to see a little bit why his name is Wise with how he's pronouncing things, and it seems that this Eric is, like I said, vastly different than the brutish guy who told Augustus and Spruce that they were sleeping on the floor. Um, but anyways, Spruce, can you be trusted?
Yeah, boy, I can be trusted, man.
No, I know you can be trusted, but can you be trusted to not out of turn and not lose your cool?
I mean, sure. I mean, I haven't like literally no part of my life has been a plan, but like I can follow your plan, yeah.
Perfect. Stabbo. Before the riots, unfortunately, our gates and cells were not often locked, but now they are locked. How can you ensure that everyone's able to get out in time?
Well, that's just a matter of when are we executing the plan.
Well, I would have to send this to. We only get one thing to send to them, and I don't know what show of force will be here.
Well, we can do it at night, but it would require unlocking all of our cells, and I don't think that's terribly realistic in the time frame that we have. During the day, there's more guards, but it's busier, and I think we could handle it during the day as long as the distraction was sufficient and we move quickly. The cells are open, everyone's milling about. It gives them a lot of things to pay attention to that's not just us.
This is true. Bella, what do you think about that? There is the issue that Stabbo would have to unlock every single room.
Is it just him?
Uh,
There's
uh,
lots of thieves in a jail. I can probably pick a lock myself if you give me a tool.
Stabbo, do you? I have no tools. I have a little thing I've been carving the statues with, but it would be impromptu, and I think I gave Stabbo the only two. He has three now. I think. How many do you have now, Stabbo?
Or
You have
give me four.
four, and they're going to break after each fail. So
The issue is not a lack of thieves; it's a lack of tools. I
yes,
have enough for 4 attempts, and at least one of them has to go towards unlocking the shower potentially, and I might have to use one or two of them to jam up the locks afterwards. So we can't be wasting them on ourselves.
I agree. What about your supplies? I'm sure my stuff is long gone. You've been here now a week. I also know how that Corporal Silas, as he is, has taken quite interest in you, Bella, and you have left the walls of the common area. Have you found anything interesting? Do you know when Corporal Silas is even working again?
She thinks for a moment. No, we got access to their records before, but we haven't had a chance to find anything like that. They aren't really trusting us as much.
So today is a week after you got in. So today would be a Monday. So today is Monday of the second week. Just so you know. I'm not sure if you still have some of the information from last time. Do you or Phelan have any of the information?
Well, she still has the information. She's just not certain if it's still
Accurate.
applying.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because she marked it down secretly.
Secretly. Okay. So again, back in out of character, he asks you again so we can continue. Do you have any idea where Corporal Silas will be in?
Silas specifically.
I need you to maybe try to find some belongings or tools in the other area. I know that there is sometimes a knife. I see the cook cooking with the knife in the kitchen.
We do get
Anything.
let in the kitchen.
What about behind the desk?
Sorry, which desk?
Well, as you come in, there's sometimes things there. I used to clean sometimes until me and Corporal Silas got into it. There's also the evidence room, which I'm not sure if you've ever been in there, but it is the room that is when you leave into the cell and to the left. It is locked. It is the evidence room, and then the other locked room is solitary, where myself, Stabbo, and Spruce were being held. Were you able to get in there?
We haven't been let in that area yet, but I believe we walked past there. There was a guard, Maldrin maybe?
Ah, Maldron.
What
Silas.
exactly are you hoping for her to find?
Weapons, tools, possibly your belongings.
I don't think us fighting our way out is realistic without the support of many more people here.
Well, we won't know until I have contacted the outside, and once I tell them something, they're going to tell us, give us information. We're going to have to act accordingly. So,
The one thing I'd like to point out is we have matches, which could be useful as a distraction temporarily.
we could maybe set a room afire, but
Well, why limit ourselves to only one room on fire?
true.
Why
If we
limit
set
ourselves?
many of the cages on fire around the time that your distraction happens, the guards will either have to go deal with the fires or go deal with what's going on outside. We'll be shuffled into the common area because we can't be in the room with the fire realistically. And at which point we simply make our way over to the bathroom during the commotion. I jam the doors once we're inside. We'll have plenty of time to get through the hole and everyone's free to go.
The kitchen is flour. Ever heard of a flour bomb?
A flower bomb would be a distraction from a guard until they wipe it away, but it would. Do you have the tools to make such bomb?
Do keep in mind that we do not want to be in such an explosion ourselves, realistically.
Well, all a flour bomb is flour particles in the air and a flame source.
What kind of components would you need to make some type of bomb? Just the matches, Bella?
All right, now we're getting into my questioning earlier. It's like, I don't know what
Mm-hmm.
I could use to
I
make a
got you. I got you. Which man? Okay. Um.
I really think we should use the matches and just light up the mattresses and the blankets. It's something that they'd have to actually go deal with because it's an actual legitimate fire, and we could set them in multiple cells at the same time. It creates something that they have to come in here to come deal with because they're not going to. We have no ability to do so, and if we just do it around the same time that the commotion's outside, the number of guards actually watching us will be very limited.
Okay, so let's not worry about going to the evidence. It seems to me that there's 1, 2, 3 locked doors. We only have 4 lock picks, and that's if you get them each perfect. So we have 4 lock picks. We could go in, jam the door. There's 2 doors to the bathroom area, preferably a locked door, as you see. When do you want to do this? When do you want me to talk to my contacts on the outside?
As soon as you're ready. It could be today for all I care. We
Make
just
sure
need to decide who sets the fires.
in the response they give us a time.
We have no way of keeping time in here, though. I think the distraction will just have to be obvious enough.
From my
Sure.
from my past, it seems, or from my recollection, it seems that we have 25 words or less. So, what should I tell them that we'd be ready by?
Tomorrow at lunch. Tomorrow at noon, midday.
What would you like the message to say? Top it out and roll 20. 25 words or less.
Well, sending spells, they get to respond to us.
Mm-hmm.
That's the good part about those. One thing I will mention is there's coals in the bathroom, and I'm fire resistant, so I actually have weapons in there.
Interesting. We might have to use those to throw at the guards.
There. 24 words. Oh, no, wait, I forgot to mention a time. Hold on. There we go. And then if Eric and if each person here other than me takes one of the matches and lights their bed on fire when it happens, I can work on picking the locks while you do that, and we all shuffle in there as soon as the guards are distracted by the fire and what's going on outside.
Before you do that, if we have an object we can put on your person, I can give you a boost to your lockpicking skills.
If we have a what?
I enchant items that can give you a boost, that can magically enhance your ability to lockpick. But since our lockpicks are disposable, I don't really want to enhance those.
I don't think we really have, like, so can you enhance any item, and as long as I'm carrying it, it's enhanced, or does it have to be the
Wearing
item
or
themselves?
carrying. I could enhance my hat and make me speak better.
Okay, well, here, enhance this beautiful carving. I'm going to use it to assault someone potentially.
Okay. So, Eric sees the message you say. What do you say? Say it out loud. Sabo.
Need a distraction outside the Crossbridge police station. Make it loud, make it big. Hold their attention as long as possible. Noon tomorrow.
Okay. Eric takes it. He goes in his room. He goes in his room and he sends it. He comes out and says, "Message received."
When do you need to enhance the item? How long does it last?
Let's see, about 20 minutes, but it takes me a minute to cast. If we miss the timing, then that'll be it. We just have to ignore it.
Well, tomorrow, before we all begin, and make sure to pat. I'll let you look over this beautiful statue Eric carved, and I'll let you do with that as you will. And each of you should take a match and make a nice pile in your room of flammable objects and hope that the match doesn't touch them tomorrow. Simple as that.
All right. And Belle, for her part, prepares an infusion that will increase disabled device. And due to her interesting set of ingredients, she's basically doing a mix of painting a small rune on it with charcoal and using some hair and thread that she pulls out of her clothing.
Okay, I think so. And that's what you're using for the infusion. Perfect. Okay, let's.
Oh, one last thing. If there's someone else in this place that you wish to come with us, tell them, but be sure that you can trust them. We can't have loose ends here.
Well, Phelan said Torin was here. I can maybe speak with Jarik, but I don't trust anyone else in here. So, what would the players like to do as they go out their day? Eric says, "I'm gonna step away and go back to my cell and go to the other side of the room. Is anyone else that you wish that you trust? You make sure to fill them in. We can eat at this table and do it right after food's passed."
We've already spoken to the people in my cell.
Okay. Well.
She is. Sorry, I had to open my notes to look up the names.
That's fine. Yeah, I've been doing summaries. We gotta do some. I need somebody to do a summary from last week and then this week. I'm gonna volunteer Cody.
Area has functionally declined. She is bearing a cross, and I won't force her. Marisol didn't. I don't believe responded.
I don't have anybody to tell. The only people I trust are at this table. The guys in my cells are a bunch of whipped pussies.
Well, if any of them are actually great swimmers, that would be the reason to bring them. Otherwise,
Trust them. I trust them to swim right over to the guards and tell them everything we're doing.
Okay, so the party can continue to. Okay. Okay,
I'll pack
perfect.
that, and I'll fill my other infusion slots with a repair construct because, I don't know, seems relevant.
Okay. So the day continues to go on. Dinner served. Does anyone want to do after dinner? Is there anything anybody wants to do?
Not particularly.
Might like to talk to maybe Arya about the Verdantkin, the one that gets taken out every month.
Okay, yeah, go over there and talk to her. What do you want us to ask about her? Whatever you want to ask.
I want to ask if she thinks it would be a good idea to let him in on a plan to escape.
Hmm. Okay. Give me 1 second. And you ask Arya if she thinks it would be a good idea. Um,
Yeah, like say there was a plan to escape, would she be a good person to? Does she think there would be either difficulties with him on the outside or difficulties with the plan, or does she think that he would be a good person to escape with?
Escape with. Let me see. Um. Okay. She how would she respond to this? With her nature? Uh, okay. So she looks at you and she pauses, deep in thought. Her eyes reflect a mix of concern and hope. You're really going through with the escape plan.
It's a possibility. I'd just like to know.
I do think the Vertican, my friend, possesses a remarkable set of skills, and his Vertican spirit yearns for freedom. However, I would tread carefully. His nature is both mysterious and untamed. I, myself, do not think he should be locked and beaten on the night of his transformation, but I do think that efforts should be made to contain his heritage. There is a potential for an alliance if you both share the same purpose, but you have to consider the risk. The path ahead would be treacherous, but you would have to find a common ground and trust his unique abilities could be proved invaluable on your quest to escape. I would approach with caution, but just be mindful that there's a delicate balance between freedom and responsibility, Phelan.
Okay.
So do with that what you may. Is there anything else you'd like to say, Phelan? And Ari continues eating. The party, I guess the nights go uneventful. You do see the guard change. You see those same guards dressed in the different tattoos. Again, for the second night in a row, you see the same guard. You see one with an iron hammer on a guy's arm, and then you see a guy with an iron dragon tattoo on his neck. You're kept. Guards walk by, kind of peer into the rooms. Everyone's locked up. The night comes and goes. The guards change. Early morning comes and you see a group of here we go. Prisoners come in, led by none other than the warden. Let me see. Ledger shift log. Today is Tuesday. Second Tuesday. Thompson. Yep, I'm right. Corporal Silas is Tuesday. Yep. So we have Corporal Silas leading in a couple of townsfolk. Or more prisoners. You hear the gate being called back as he enters in, and Corporal Silas is there, and he calls over Bella as breakfast is being. He says, "Bella, come here."
Oh, hey.
He says, "I need you other gals to make sure that," I think her name is Miranda, settles in quite nice. I know that your room is full, but please make sure you check over there in Rayla's room and get her all settled in. Rayla hasn't had a roommate in some time, but she's gonna have to start. Things are changing. We're gonna be bringing in more prisoners here. Make sure she gets settled in.
All right, I'll do that. I nod to the newbie.
Comes in. You see other people come in. You see a younger lad. He's dressed in this blue garbs. You see they haven't had time to even change his clothes. Blue garbs, young, kind of scruffy beard. It looks like he's not even growing hair in all the places. Brown hair, brown eyes, very sharp facial features. And then you see another aurimach come in. And the aurimach kind of just marches in the room and just sits down at a table. And doesn't do anything. And just sits down at the table. You see the young kid kind of just looks timid and scares, and Corporal Silas points him over, and he goes to the room that he says is his. Kid looks young, maybe about 16, 15, 16, if that. Bella, what would you like to do?
Well, oh, her name was it
Miranda.
Marissa? Miranda?
Yeah.
All right, come on, Miranda. I'll show you your home and your roommate, I guess.
Thank you.
Come on, just over this way. I'll lead her to the, I believe it's cell 11.
Cell 8.
Oh, okay. I thought she was getting paired with the silent one.
Yeah, I thought Rayla was 8.
Oh, okay. For some reason, I thought she was 11.
And Rayla's room is, since there's only Rayla in there, is kept fairly clean. You see, Rayla has a lot of belongings in the room. She's one of the very few stock rooms of little knickknacks and things. You see, statues, carvings, just papers laying around the room, but still, it's it's a mess, but it is an organized chaos. And she says, "Thank you." I guess someone's in this room.
Yeah, Rayleigh. She seems to be called the Silent because she doesn't speak that much. She's fairly chill.
Okay. Well, I will guess I'll just eat and maybe meet her. Maybe you can introduce me to her later. Thank you. My name is Miranda. What's your name?
Belladonna.
Nice to meet you, Bella. Stabbo, what would you like to do? And Bella, you can continue doing what you're doing.
I'm just waiting for it to get close-ish to lunchtime so I can show Bella that cool statue.
Well, breakfast goes off without a hunch. Eric comes and says, Stabbo. So, I'm assuming that you know what assuming does. That one of those 3 prisoners is the key to our freedom.
How do you figure?
Because of the message that I received. The message. I can trust you, Stabbo. The message that I received was distraction plan. Echoes of freedom will embrace prison at dawn. Ensure safe distance. Be loud, be bold. Await further instructions. Stay vigilant.
Well, they certainly have a code to their speech. I'm assuming you know what it means.
Yes, I am familiar with that. I guess go around and the new one looks very skittish. Go around and I'm gonna go to the new lad and kind of just say it and see what happens.
You think he's the one?
I don't know. It's the one. It's him or the R mark there. I don't know why the R mark would be aiding our call. Well, maybe. I'm not sure.
Well, I could talk to him and see what he says.
Okay. Talk to the lad or the R mark?
I'll hand to the R mark.
Okay. You see Eric go over and to the lad's cell. Doesn't say much. Stabbo, your turn.
I sit down nearest to our new robot friend, and I'll just quietly, I'll just say while looking at the table, so, name and designation.
Name and designation?
Yeah.
He doesn't look at you. You see as his body kind of moves, it's kind of like he's trying to move his body. And that'd be weird. You know, we don't have to think about breathing. If I can kind of give you like out of a game, we don't have to think about breathing, but imagine someone who has to concentrate on breathing because they're at that end of life type of thing, or you're so exhausted you have to focus on moving, or you kind of get where I'm going at. You see that his gears are starting to rust and starting to turn, and it's like he's using every bit of what life force is in him to move his body. And he puts his hand on the table and he says, freedom.
I see. Is that all he says?
That's all he says.
I will very calmly stand up and wait for Eric to return. But I'm gonna keep a little distance from the robot man.
Okay. Eric makes their way, comes back over you, Stabbo, and says, "The lad, he is skittish. Won't even tell me his name. I can see my statue could have scared him and the scars, but I told him that he was safe, at least for the moment. I don't know. I know that we may have got started. Me and your allies may have got started on the wrong hand, but Seba, you think? I mean, Seba, you don't think that I come off as rude or intimidating, do you?
I don't personally find you intimidating, but I was
Okay.
built for dealing with people like you, to be fair.
Oh, well, I did the best I could, but he has nothing, and as I walk by the girl, she seems just as scared as him, so I'm taking that this aurimach is the way.
Yes, I only got one word out of him: freedom. I'm not sure. He seems to be wearing down and getting old. It could just be him being strange. I don't know, but given the message you gave me earlier, I think we should give him a wide berth and wait and see what happens.
Okay. Um, Interesting. Bella, I overheard her talking to you about contraptions or something. Do you think we could get her to look at the aurimach? Maybe you could talk the aurimach into. I know you said give it a wide berth, but I need. Oh man.
If he is here for us, we create problems if we draw attention to him.
Maybe we
Yeah.
could sit down with him over with the crowded area.
I'm going to I'm gonna kind of scoot in near Eric and just very casually pass him the statue he gave me earlier.
Okay.
Why don't you set this down on the table in a minute? And my goodness, it sure is just your magnum opus, isn't it? Your finest work yet. Something you'd really like many people to see. People like Bella and the new aurimach and myself. We could all gather around and take a look at it. And Bella could do what she needs to do with it, and maybe she takes a look at the aurimach while we're there. We're all friends. Why wouldn't you want to show off something so nice with us?
Interesting. Interesting. Okay. You hear Eric make a bit of commotion as he walks up and puts his statue here. You see the guards kind of look and they say, you hear Eric say, "My new latest creation, and I will sell it or maybe trade it with a bit of new bedding, maybe a new prison uniform or a pillow. My, I've not been getting the best sleep. Who would like to see my newest creation? Here you have it, a small statue to the deity Shayla. There we go, excuse me. Shayla here. You don't really see many people get up to look at this.
I'll scoot in a little closer and just loud enough that anyone who wants to hear certainly can. My goodness, Eric, you've outdone yourself. A fine piece of craftsmanship. Anyone who uses tools or tinkers would certainly like to get a good look at this masterwork piece.
Well, this attracts Belle. mean, you could have stopped at statue, but it being a statue of her goddess, yes, she will want to take a look at it. As she walks over, she tells the newbie, see that lady there? She's like the big sister of the prison.
So what is that, Shaylin or Sheelin?
Telling.
Shaylin, right?
It has to be.
Here's the pronunciation.
Shaylin? You say it, Bella?
Shaylin.
That's what I said, Shaylin. I thought I said Shaylin, right?
Bella.
Okay, whatever. Shaylin. Whatever. Okay, Shaylin.
Yeah.
That's correct. Okay.
But yeah. But I've got to take a look at this. This is... I don't know if I can afford it, but... There's not much beauty in here. I gotta take a look at it when I can.
Wayland is also interested in Shaylin and the statue.
Phelan and Shaylin. And you pointed out, it says, as you come over there, Eric shows it and marbles. He is looking at the piece and, he's, rubbing his hand around it. He says, Bella, I need you to, it's aurimach here. I need you to take one of the tools and use it as an improvised tool and see if you can get inside of it. I believe that this aurimach is the key to our freedom. But I need a distraction from the guards while you do that. Stabbo, you think you're Augustus' friend. He's a loudmouth. You think you could have him talk to a guard and talk about how he is a victim and how he is just I don't know, whatever he was doing last time he was in here was very annoying. You think he could take to the guard and just go to the side as a distraction?
Easily. Watch this. And I will turn towards Augustus from where I'm currently standing. My goodness, Augustus. Someone like you locked away in this prison for the rest of eternity could never afford a statue this nice. If only you could have your freedom. If only the guards would release you from this prison, but you're just so guilty. And I'm just gonna try and piss him off and get him all riled up in the way that he gets, so he gets loud at the guards about how this is an injustice.
Okay, well, I just woke up from not sleeping for like multiple days. That's why I went to sleep at like something really early in the morning, like probably like 4 a.m. or something. But that's why I slept through alarms and stuff.
That's fine. Well, that's what happened, and Augustus wakes up to that.
Okay.
You want
What's up?
You want a really quick summary?
Sure, I would appreciate it.
Okay, we went with the plan of contacting Eric's for contacts.
All right.
And we're probably still doing the water thing. Right now, 3 prisoners have arrived, and one of them is actually an ally, and we think it's this barely functioning aurimach, and we need a distraction. So right now, we're just kind of preparing for a moment. That's happening this afternoon.
All right. Well, back to authentic roleplay. I guess Augustus wakes up and hears this like somewhat berating thing about statues or something, and he just silently stares at you and is confused of why you're doing this.
Oh, where'd all that vim and vigor from the other day go, Augustus? Have you finally given up on your justice? No speeches today, nothing to say to any of us or the guards. Oh, poor Augustus, the system has failed him and he has nothing to say in his own defense. Maybe he did do everything they say he did.
Why are you saying this right now?
An argument counts as a distraction, so I probably use this as a chance to start looking.
Okay.
I'm trying to get him.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
I thought I could get him worked up with that.
Why are you doing this? I've woken up. Like, did I miss my meal?
Oh, his faculties are leaving him too. Oh, woe is Augustus.
Private
Lost
Blackthorn
time.
goes over here and he says, Stabber, what's this, what's going on? Why are you being loud?
Oh, I was just lamenting poor Augustus here. This poor sad sack of a man locked away forever, lost to time.
Well, Private Blackthorn's not going to do that. My apologies. I'm going to have another guard. Blackthorn has another guard because he does not like Augustus. And he would, not with Stabber, he would kill him. So another guard comes up and says, "What is this about, prisoner? Inmate, you need to quit trying." What would he say? You need to quit trying to instigate a conflict before you're put back in solitary.
Oh no, he clearly is concerned for me. In his own way. Yes. Thank you. Stabble was it? Yes.
Yes, concern. I have nothing but the utmost concern for this poor shell of a man.
I see. Well, thank you. Did I miss my meal?
You did miss your meal.
Oh, damn it. that is all right. At least I got much needed sleep. Anything else, Davo? It's good to hear from another perspective.
I'm glad that we had this moment together, you, me, and the guard here, so that we could all agree that, gosh, you sure have fucked up. Then he just sits down with a big robot smile.
Okay. Hello, guard. I don't know if we met before. My name is Augustus Galahad. He reaches his hand out to shake his hand.
The guard grabs his spear tighter and he pulls it and says, "Put your hand down." Is that a threat, inmate?
Oh, I understand. I think you know it. It's not a threat. I'll leave you alone. He goes back into his cell. And he grabs some books and starts reading.
As Bella fumbles, trying to get into the aurimach, that is one attempt from the distraction that has failed.
Do I get multiple attempts?
That was the one. Well, I'll say it takes about 6 seconds to do it. That was like a 18-second conversation. You get 2 more. Okay, yeah, I'll let you roll 1 more just to see. Take the best out of 3. Okay, but the 18, you're able to get in, and this looks really, really janky of wiring in this. You can tell that this is not the original. It looks repurposed. And as you look, you do see a message. And I will tell you what the message says. Okay. I have seen it to your own Discord. Okay.
Oh my.
Give me a second.
Could I get a craft alchemy to do a sniff test?
There we go. Sniff test. Yeah, sure.
Assuming it's this at all.
Craft alchemy. Unfortunately, even though that was a pretty decent roll, you are not able to tell much from that. You can tell. Let me see. Craft alchemy remedies, tinctions. I wish I had a deep craft check. Yeah, yeah. Nope. I see. I'm looking at craft checks right now. Unfortunately, no. I can't give you anything for that. I'm sorry.
All right. I've received the message. I'm just currently deciphering it in my mind. Is the distraction still going on?
No, you use your 3.
Okay. Well, this is just for the case of whether I can share this with them yet.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, the guard went back,
Okay.
and the hoopla of the statue is kind of still going on, but it's not as loud as it was.
And I've got background noise again. Sorry. All right. So doing what Eric was doing earlier, and I guess we get in proper sitting position. As I examined the statue, looks like not yet dawn. Loud, and there's some commands for this fellow. Did I actually retrieve? So I just retrieved a note. I didn't retrieve any tools.
No, nope.
Okay. Can I assume that we're relatively secure? Like, I would wait for a secure moment to speak to them.
Yeah. I mean, you're still. It's after breakfast. You know, some time is not much time has went on, but breakfast has stopped. So you just let me know what you want to do. You can speak. The guard. I mean, it's a common area. The guard is. You know, they are no stranger to the prisoners hanging out at the tables after. You know.
Okay. So we're waiting for their instructions. There is echoes of freedom will embrace the prison at dawn, is what it says. Ensure safe distance. I think there's an explosive involved. We have instructions for how to command this guy to walk in a direction, and there's some supplies in him. I also suspect that he might be a bomb, but that's my suspicion. I don't have anything to confirm that. I would share you with the activation word, but he's right next to me.
Eric kind of gives a hearty chuckle. He says, "Is there any way you might get inside of his chest wall? We need another distraction. How we? What is? You said he will walk. Can you command him to walk in more than one direction?"
It wants a specific direction and number of feet. Whose cell is this guy going to?
That's a good question. He just got down and sat down. I'm not sure what Corporal Silas, and I think that would be weird to ask what cell he's going to. We don't. I mean, we wouldn't know until tonight.
Does it Does it matter which cell he's going to? If there's an explosive inside of him and he's the distraction, I say we send him off in a direction and do whatever damage he does, and that's a good enough distraction all on its own.
True. Just easier to remove the supplies.
Well, the supplies would be nice, but I don't know if they're necessary.
Well, I think you've got similar skills needed to remove it. If we've got an opening, that's something to do before we send him off. I will. Well, you know, if we should talk away from him, and I can tell you what the words are.
See Eric get up and walk to his cell.
So do you still need more of a distraction? Because I could play some music.
Honestly, distractions are always helpful. You don't even have to use Fascinate.
Okay, so
I have no idea if you're allowed instruments or not.
I guess this will bring
no.
a book out and sit next to good old Spruce.
Um.
Can bards just sing? Can they just sing? Do they need an instrument?
It depends on what performance they have.
I suppose I could sing, but I might head over to this guard and ask if he wants to hear my new composition.
Honestly, that counts as a distraction in and of itself.
Make a diplomacy check. Phelan, make a diplomacy check. Wow.
Working on it.
Yeah, he would love to hear your new composition.
Does he have a different faith or culture?
I'm gonna ask if I could have my accordion for a second so that I could play it.
Where's your accordion now?
It would be with the rest of the supplies.
He says he really wants to hear it, but you're going to have to give it back after. He comes out, opens the door, and gives you your accordion. Okay, so you are listening to... Wow.
So I play music.
Banging on a trash can, drumming on a street light. Okay. And the whole prison kind of starts to gather around to listen to this wonderful masterpiece. You see people come to their cells. Okay. Eric. And Bella. And Stabbo.
Alright. She will be whispering this as silent as she can and not directed towards the potential bomb. Alright, the activation word is echo.
Okay.
And the release word is embrace. Also, it suggests to be loud and be bold, and that there'll be further instructions.
Maybe they're gonna send me a sending spell around dawn Can he? What was the Stabber? What do you think about this message?
I think the being embraced at dawn is him entering the prison this morning.
Well,
He has embraced us by entering the prison.
I think the activation word activates him. We give him the steps, and then the other word triggers it.
I think the key part in all of this is simply, how do we want to use him? I know not everyone shares in my willingness to do what I feel needs to be done. We could throw him towards the guards and let him do the damage he needs to do. It would make for a fine distraction, with some collateral damage. We could throw him in a cell and let him try and blow apart the wall, but that brings the guards in here rather than to the attention of the other guards.
We could blow apart the wall separating us from the kitchen. Plenty of flammables in there, as well as sharp objects.
That's true, but I don't feel fighting it out is our best course of action. We're looking to escape quickly. Jamming the doors is simple, and the bathroom is open now. If we use him as a distraction now while the door is open, I don't have to worry about unlocking it. If we hurt one of the guards using him, the other guards will be drawn to his aid. At which point we simply slip inside, close the doors, jam the locks, open the pipe, and climb through.
Was the message an actual, physical paper?
Yeah, let's make it physical paper.
Alright, then I'm going to use my tail to pass it to him so he can read the exact words.
Mm-hmm.
Because my reading is there's going to be more at dawn, or do you think this is the freedom of dawn?
Okay, yeah, no, I think he said, when I asked him his name and designation, he said freedom. He is freedom. He embraced us at dawn. Ensure safe distance, we need to be far away from him when we do it. When we want him to activate, we need to be loud and bold when we talk to him. That we need to be loud when we give the instructions, well, obviously, since we're further away. The supplies are pretty obvious, and I mean, beyond that, I think the messaging is relatively clear. We need to be loud when we give it the activation. We need to be far away from it, and it will handle itself. The supplies in its chest are a bonus, but are not something I think we can realistically count on without catching the guard's attention.
Well,
if he's made as an
now.
explosion, we should use him as one.
Phelan is putting up a heck of a performance, so I actually am going to try to go retrieve the supplies now if I can.
Are the other two guards properly distracted?
I mean, it's a pretty big distraction. I think I can give Bella a. So this is per round. So that was one round. She has to keep making the performance checks, right?
I think it's per performance. It isn't round based.
What are we talking? Like, if they're not doing bardic performance for their thing, and they're just
doing
performing,
regular performance.
There's a lot of mechanics that are like defined by rounds, but because it's like needed. Otherwise, it's like, I don't know, just perform.
Yeah, that is the performance check. The performance is a 28 overall.
Mm-hmm. How would she hide? How would she hide her? I just don't know how to do rounds on this because we're messing with the. You know what? I can just go with a rule of 3. That's simple for right now. Now, so Bella, I'll give you 3 disabled device checks on If you
Alright,
want to go try to get the chest wall as a distraction.
Actually, Stabby, do you want to make a shot at it?
The guards watch me a little more closely than they watch you.
Alright.
While she's doing that, I'm actually going to cozy up to Eric. Eric, so what do you think? Do we go for blowing out the wall and hoping that works well enough, or do we allow for some collateral damage amongst the guards and let their empathy draw them away from us?
I either way is gonna. I think distraction's gonna be useful. It's really up to. It's really up to you guys.
Very well. Well,
I'll
let the burden of sin be on my shoulders.
Okay.
The instructions for telling it how to move. Do you just tell it where to walk? Like, I didn't see anything.
So Bella, you have a couple of things. You see, you're familiar with this. It is called usually a tinkerer's kit, but what you see here, you have a one-time like use to make an artificer contraption. It's like, imagine like you open a box of ingredients and you can take that box of ingredients to make several different courses, whether it's a salad, whether it's like meatloaf, or maybe a sandwich, or a hamburger, if that makes sense, or tacos. If that makes sense. You have a couple of same things you can make, or I don't know how to describe it, but you have a little bit of ingredients to make one artificer contraption. As you continue to go, you do see some what appears to be, and everything is pretty labeled out neatly. You see one vial or a smoke stick. So you see a smoke stick. You see, goodness gracious, you see a smoke stick. You see a sun rod. You see 4. Let me roll my 1d20. 1d4. You find one throwing knife, and then you see some chalk.
You might just want to type this out.
Okay.
I was typing it out, but
oh, perfect. And then you see some salve that's in there, which is kind of weird. It's like a salve, yeah. And then another potion. Yep, salve and potion. Okay.
I'm gonna walk sorta behind Bella. How do I make it move?
oh, did you gave him the note, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it doesn't actually tell me how. Like, that's what I'm asking. Is like, if I just tell it to walk in a direction, will it just do it?
You're asking Bella. I got to figure out how this thing works. I gave you instructions.
Well, yes, that's what I'm asking. Well, the instructions: activation and release word. Command it in a direction and tell it the number of feet it should walk, and the rest will happen. Okay. So I'm activation word is echo. Release word. So we're under the impression that the release word is the explosion word. Is that right?
That's what I assume.
If that is what you think.
It might do something else. We don't know if it explodes.
Well, when the time comes, I'll just yell both words, and we'll just hope for the best. if you have all the supplies, Dotel, it's Fallen, right? Is that how you pronounce her name? The bard?
Galen?
Phelan.
Phelan. Once you have everything you need, go tell Phelan to move out of that area, and I will handle our robotic friend here. The distraction will be coming soon.
All right.
And when she stands up, I will take her seat.
Okay.
Or actually, I'll just kind of meander over here to this area of the table.
Because this seems to be triggering the start of our escape, this is when I will take the chance to enchant that statue.
Okay.
Ironically, the bathroom door is currently open because it's daytime. I don't think we actually need to do that part.
If I remember, this one specifically is always closed. There's 2 doors.
Is that the case?
It is how it is on the map.
So it's open. Okay.
Okay, then I'm gonna. Well, I'll still take the chance to enchant something else, but I'll enchant it with a swim bonus.
Okay. Yeah. So I will encourage you to go collect our bard, and things will get started.
What's a good item to stick on our bard so she doesn't drown?
Augustus is just going to have to be ready.
Okay. I do have to wait till the performance is over, I suppose.
It can probably be over at any time now.
Okay, so you can go over to her and talk to her. Phelan, you start to see people disperse.
Okay. So I stop performing and give the accordion back to the guard.
The guard tells you that he doesn't think that there's any harm in you keeping the accordion as long as you play for him a couple of times a day. It kind of, it gives it more of an upbeat. He said that the past week it's been rough here, and hearing that beautiful song that you just sang and played really lifted his spirits, and it seems like it lifted the other prisoner's spirits as well.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
is there anything that the party would like to meet, converge, or before they do the plan, anyone else they want to talk to about doing something?
Yeah, Bella is going to talk to Phelan.
Okay.
But not right next to the guards.
Okay.
Hey, Phelan. Careful about the metalhead. When he starts walking, get ready.
Okay.
Maybe we should, gather at a different table. One a little more this direction.
As soon as they start moving that way, I look to the robot and I just say to it, "Let's see if this works." I'm gonna look at it. Stand. Turn to your left. walk 5 feet. Turn to your left, walk 35 feet.
Nothing happens.
Oh boy, I'm gonna have to take a gamble on this.
I'm going to pass Phelan. Actually, do I need to pass her something?
Oh.
I'll pass her the throwing knife. Actually, she's a bard. She can use weapons. Actually, I don't know. I really need to give the throwing knife to someone else. Stabby.
I probably wouldn't be the best with the throwing knife, but
Yeah, I'll just use the smoke stick myself.
I'm gonna tell Spruce, you should move to that table to your left. You should move to that table behind you. You too, Augustus. You don't want to be at this table. This table's dirty.
Torrin starts to see people move, and he walks to Stabo. He starts walking to Bella, and he's Bella. I see a lot of people are moving. What's the deal? When are we doing everything?
Keep an eye on the robot. Keep your distance. Get ready.
I'm gonna clench my hand on the table, and I'm going to say to the robot, Echo.
Okay, you see the robot start to...
Before this happens, I lean into the spruce. I go, "What's happening?"
You see the robot start to use all its strength to start to stand up.
I put my hand behind Gus's head. I'm like, maybe keep your head down, buddy.
The robot stands up from the bench.
Turn to your left. Oh no. Walk 5 feet down. Walk 5 feet, and then turn to your left again and walk 35 feet.
God, Lee, why can't I grab... Hold up. Something's going on with this robot. Why can't I... There we go. You said 35 feet?
Yep.
Okay.
And then, once he gets there, does anything happen immediately when he gets there?
No.
I yell at the top of my lungs the word embrace.
Okay. You start to see... Embrace. Okay, give me a second. Okay, let me see if I can get my robot voice. If you guys can understand me, great. I'll go slow. Okay. Can you kinda understand this voice? Can you guys understand me?
I didn't hear anything when you said that.
Give me a second. What about... Can you hear me now?
Yeah, but it just sounds like you, but quieter.
Can you hear this?
Yeah.
Can you hear this a robot voice?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So the aurimach gets up and it lumbers. You hear a clink as the steel hits the prison floor of the stone wall. It looks like he's barely making it. He starts to walk into this person here. The person turns around and says, "Hey," kind of gives him a bruff, but he backs up and plows into him. But not plows, but just heavy. He goes to 35 feet. 35, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. And when embrace, the robot says, "Listen, fellow allies, of Echo's embrace. Today, we stand on the precipice of change, on the threshold of liberation. We carry with us the whispers of those silenced, the hopes of the oppressed. Our cause is just, our actions necessary. As we prepare to ignite this explosive, let it blast echo through the corridors of tyranny, dismantling the foundations of corruption. May its flames illuminate the path toward a brighter future, where justice reigns and freedom prevails. Together, let us shatter the chains that bind us and embrace the echoes of liberation. You can interrupt. Hold up, let me change it. You can interrupt, but it still is speaking.
Yeah. I didn't want to interrupt you, but like during it, maybe afterwards, like I wanted to shout out to the other people that are like prisoners here. Like, I think you should come over here right now. Please come over here right now. Something doesn't seem right.
I look to Spruce. Spruce, shut him up. Shut him up now.
I grab him and I'm like, head down, buddy.
Return to your cells. I say is my last thing.
At that moment, you start seeing the aurimach shake as you hear.
Oh God! I go run!
As flames. Where's my flame at?
Did any of them get to move?
No, that was why I did it this way.
No!
They will make the grandest distraction of all.
Yeah.
As a flame.
That's why I also didn't want to tell Augustus about it.
This echoes through, shattering, destroying the prison. This part of it. Prisoners on fire, screaming.
I don't know about the rest of y'all, but I vanished from reality.
Augustus remembers about the bathroom thing. He takes the books that he had and wraps up with his coat and goes to the bathroom as he cries a little bit at the sight he saw, probably dismembered body parts from the innocent people.
And at that moment, you do see a guard step out. So everyone go. So go back where you were, Cody.
Okay.
So this guard goes up and opens. This guard goes up and opens. That was his 5-foot step. He opens. That's all he can do. Yeah, he would 5-foot step. He would open the door and then he would come through. He wielding his spear. Okay, everyone roll initiative. Hold up, where's my turn order at? There we go, perfect.
Now, I have one question, Jeremy. I would like to argue a surprise round because we knew what was going to happen.
Yeah, I think that's fair. So let me go back.
Well, the guards looking like they're coming after us?
Well, no, there was a big explosion.
Yeah, that's all. Well, my question is just that for the
Okay.
ambiguity. I don't know.
Okay, go. So we got initiative. Let's get initiative order right. Let me see. I don't know why this is. I gotta erase some things. So we have Augustus is. What's his initiative? What's Augustus' initiative?
12. I have it. It's correct up there.
Okay, and then we have Asimo, Sabo's 12, Bella's 11, Phelan 7, and you got the guards, and we got Spruce at 6. Warden Thompson's at 1. Did you roll that? Roll Maldron's and roll Silas's 2, Burke. And roll the other guards, and then whoever goes, goes.
Silas and what you said?
Just one guard got caught in an explosion. Roll the warden, roll Silas, and wild Maldrums, and then roll the other guard on break.
Warden and Silas. Okay.
Do you want me to do it?
I'm good. Let's was opening the sheet. Initiative here. Start making the GM roll. Yeah.
Wow.
And
Warden is a 2.
this one is higher.
Okay, who's this? Silas is 3. Okay. Okay. Go, Augustus. Well, Augustus doesn't really get us. He doesn't get a surprise round because Augustus didn't know what was going on.
Fine.
Bella, you go.
Do I get to go? You moved me to the bottom of the initiative for some reason.
Why are you? Oh, my apologies. Okay, Stabo, go.
For the surprise round, I am going to go, oh my god, that's so horrible, and I'm gonna panically run towards the bathroom where there's shelter.
Okay.
And that's my turn. Well, that's my surprise round turn.
Surprise round turn. Bella, your surprise round turn.
You know what? I think he's got the right idea. I follow to safety, looking like I'm sheltering.
Okay. Now it is Phelan's turn. Spruce?
Do I see Silas?
No, not yet.
I'm going to the bathroom.
Now it is Torin's turn. Torin, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He moved there. And now we will start with initiative order again. Okay, Stabo.
Okay. Using one of the lock picks I have, let's see, disable device. Okay, I rolled above a 10. This door is jammed now.
Okay.
Move action, I move to here,
Mm-hmm.
and I say out the door to the others, you have one chance to get inside this door, or you're going to be left here forever. Move.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
I guess that's what would you like to do?
Augustus will very quickly and just think about what he just saw, what he just heard, and he will, what's done is done. He'll shut his mouth from his pleas of mercy from his god and go into the bathroom and see if he sees anything that equals escape, but I suspect that hasn't been created yet, so he goes there and will get ready to aid. If it's about shoving something out of the way, he'll be ready to do it as
Okay.
he sheds a tear.
Okay. Bella.
Alright, well, I get out of the way for the big strong people that do their job, but I am getting ready a smokestick.
Okay.
I'll probably want to throw that through the other door before Stabby jams it.
We's already jammed it, I think, right?
But there's 2 doors.
Okay.
Yeah, the other door, once everybody's inside, I'm closing it and jamming that one too.
Do these doors have spaces below them?
These doors are... what these doors have spaces? They're wooden doors, so they would go to the ground. No, they wouldn't have a space for a smoke stick, no. I'm sorry.
Alright. Then I'm basically readying an action to toss a smoke stick through this door before it's fully closed.
Okay.
I might decide against it depending on how the guards are reacting.
I got you. Okay, Phelan.
I'll just move out of the way to make room for more people.
Okay, and then Torin's turn. Does Spruce go? Spruce, your turn, my bad.
I'm gonna run in there
Okay.
and probably say something about, man, I hope those guys are too fucked up from that.
And then Torin comes in. Eric comes in, and he looks at you, Stabbo, and he holds his hand out. And he gives like one of those brotherly, he holds his hand out.
Okay. I take his hand and pull him inside.
As you begin to pull him out, he reaches to you to like stop you, and he tells you that it has been not just a pleasure but an honor meeting you, and he wishes you and your companions the best to luck to escaping this. But he says, unfortunately, I must stay here.
No, you don't.
He says you don't understand. He says you don't understand. I have to stay here. This is my assignment.
I see. Well, when your assignment's over, feel free to come find me.
He says, let the echoes embrace you on your journey. And he actually shuts the door.
Good man.
Okay. Burke, use the guards.
I'm editing one of them. Turns. Okay, so doors closed. This one here, so this one here might want to try and jump. No, this one is running to help the people.
Okay.
And trying to put out the fire. So it's 30 feet. No, that's.
Yeah, I'll let you move all your people. Burke, I'll let you move all your people. You tell me when you're done. I can move the warden. He opens the door. Okay.
Coming to get water to put out the fire. So we'll try to get people out of the explosion.
Okay. Keep going. It's your turn, Augustus.
Augustus, I guess, delays for, something to happen inside here. I'd like to, just waiting. That's my turn.
Okay, Stabbo, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna jam this door as well, and turn to our strong boys and tell them get our path open.
Okay, so we'll go ahead and we'll bump that up. Burke, I think.
I'm gonna ask Bella for that knife if I can have it.
Yeah, I'll pass the knife to him on my turn.
Okay, we open it up. We open the door beneath us. We open a path. Let's control, copy. Okay, so if you manage to push it, you do hear a little bit of a stone, a little bit of a stone sliding as Torin, Spruce start to move the toilet away. And that is their turn. Burke, move the guards again.
Yeah, this one's having stuff to it. This one, Blackthorn is moving people out of the way. And I'm going to grab more people out of the way.
Okay.
Other guards.
And now the fire is definitely picking up. And you guys can hear it through the door. So they have slid it, and they have moved this area here. What would the party like to do? We'll start back at initiative to Stabbo. Excuse me, yes, Stabbo. Or was it Augustus? No, it's Augustus, my apologies.
I was delayed. I'll delay some more. I'm waiting for someone who seems to know what they're doing to initiate something.
Okay.
So the path is open?
Yep.
Well, I'll flick on my headlamp and start making my way through.
So you begin to twist and turn and wind as you not make it here. Forgot what I was doing for a second. Here we go. Can you see?
Yeah.
So you do make it toward a slick section. You start to crawl down into this crawl space, and it does start to slide and you slip and you go a couple of feet. You do a little bit of non-lethal damage as it is a slide, but it is rather far down. You do 2 non-lethal damage.
Can I make an acrobatics?
Yeah, sure. Make it acrobatics.
Ah, darn. Okay, yeah, you got me.
The screams of the prisoners can be, and some of the guards can still be heard echoing to the passageway. Okay, what would the next person like to do? We have, or is it just assume that everybody kind of jumps down?
Yeah, I'll go up the lane. I'll go down too.
Okay. So everyone can go ahead and start rolling their acrobatics checks if that's what they want to do, if they can.
Acrobatics?
Yeah. I think you have to roll a 15 to not take the lethal damage. So it's 6 for Bella. She takes 6 non-lethal. Okay. And then Torin. Okay, cool. Okay.
I lost all my vision.
Oh, you did? Really?
Yeah, it all went away.
There we go.
Top left.
My vision is gone as well.
Okay, so
Huh.
it's me.
Same here.
On the
Um.
bright side, I get to be a light source for everybody.
So
They have the. They are on the new map.
yeah. So your
Oh,
light
I see
source.
myself, but it's just like I don't see anything on me. Let
It should
me.
be in the northwest of the map.
I see now. Can I? Do I have what I need to cast light? Oh my god! If I want to cast light, I need a firefly. Man, I wish someone grabbed the spell component pouch.
Can you guys hear the cave music or the sewer music?
Yeah, I do.
Perfect. Okay. The party has finally made it out. Bert, keep doing the prisoners rounds, the prison guards rounds, after the players rounds.
The turn order has disappeared for us because we moved maps.
So I still can't see anything.
You should have
What?
vision.
Wait, now I do.
The prisoner.
Okay.
I was in the corner.
Okay. So the party makes their way down to the sewer. It seems quite old and not serviced in some time. Unfortunately, you can barely peek out, but you do see like a path. There's the river. The sewer is but pretty far up past your ankles, almost to your knees, impeding your pathway. What you see here is two paths on the north and south side, but unfortunately, even the water is going up there. You see a passageway of rubble impeding your movement towards the east. You're surrounded by dank
Like
and
difficult terrain feeding, or
it's all water, and that yes, and there's a collapse there. There's a collapse here. You're surrounded by
Sorry, are we
dank and
still in turn order?
yeah, you're surrounded by dank and foul-smelling environment. It's dripping water, dim lighting, and it echoes footsteps.
Do you want us still to be in turn order? Or are we free from that point?
Burke, are you able to still do the turns after they do their turns?
What should I do with the guards' turns?
Guards, just have them continue to rescue the people they can for a couple of rounds, and then we'll do some research, and then we'll mean you a whisper. So we'll get the party member. We'll message.
They get the injured, then they get the fire, and then they get the escapees.
Yeah. So we'll mark that out for time. Okay. So we're going to do this. So Lamphead does not have a use of his blinding ability. He is using it right now as a permanent light source for his time, and he has lit this up to a 60-foot cone around him. And you see rubble that is blocking to the ceiling. Does anybody, what would the party like to do? And we don't have to say in turn order. I will kind of mark it in my mind what everyone does.
can we not just go the other way?
No, there's a blockage the other way to the left. Like it's nothing.
Okay. I'm going to knowledge engineering just for stability's sake. There's a way to safely go through.
You do think that you see that there's rubble here to the floor, and since you can even see you see a little bit of peaks, you think that you might be able to move some of these stones out the way. Make a perception check for the party.
I have low light vision, if that helps, by the way.
Thank you for telling me that.
Are we in Crossbridge?
Yep. Stabo kind of looks and he peeks and he says, it seems like there's a little bit of rubble here that somebody needs to hold their breath, and this stone can be lifted and we could pass through to the other side.
Okay, who's strongest?
I don't know
I
who's
have a-
stronger, Torin or.
I'm only slightly above average strength.
Like, I can hold my breath forever, but I can't lift the rock. It would be. I don't think my strength score of 10 is good enough for that.
I think the strongest is probably the guy who did the grate to get us in here.
Okay, well, let's call it Torin. Is that his name?
He's decently strong. He's a blacksmith, but he's only a blacksmith. He says he's not a warrior.
Well, I'm going to ask him to come over, and I will get down in the water with him, and I will attempt to help him move this rock.
Okay, aid.
That way he also has light.
Okay, he gets under there. He's going to make a strength check at a 19, and he lifts the rock for one person to go through. But he's got to actively do it.
I'll go through.
Okay.
I can't physically move my character token. Alright, thanks.
I'll call for Spruce to go next. When he gets to the other side, Spruce, lift the rock from the other side.
Sounds goodly.
Okay. Spruce, you can go ahead and go if you want to.
Can't go through the.
Got you. Hold up.
Okay, and then I'm going to attempt to hold up the rock from this side.
As the party wades through the water, excuse me, goodness gracious, wades through the water, they start to hear a little bit of rumbling from the rubble. You start to hear screeches. They get louder and louder, as it seems that two large rats appear from the rubble.
How much fall damage did I take?
Take one non-lethal. The rats burst out of the rubble and looked angry for whoever has disturbed their home. Everyone roll initiative.
Are we underwater right now, or where are we?
Torin is underwater, holding a rock.
I'm underwater with him.
Yeah, you're there.
Augustus and Phelan need to get the heck over here. Like there should have been like a conga line thing.
Oh, okay. So the rats. Let's roll a turn. $19, rat 1, rat 2 is a 16. Okay. And you have higher dex, so I'll let you go first. Okay, so the first rat you are there trying to hold, and it is on this rubble. It sees Augustus, and it is on difficult terrain. The rat goes... How many feet does a rat go, Bert? I think it's 30. Let me see here on my character sheet. And it does have climb though, and 20 feet swim. It sees as Stabo is the one that has disrupted, goodness gracious, disturbed its slumber as it reaches out to hurt Stabo.
Is it attacking me from up on the ground up there?
I think I'm just going to have it jump in the water as you hear it, for some aggressive reason, jump in the water and start biting at you. I believe, if I'm right, Brian, remind me, since I'm jumping in the water and doing combat, I believe that's a -4, correct, to attack?
In water, I have no idea right now. The rules are always convoluted, and I gotta
I mean,
check it.
for the penalty is for ranged weapons and for blunt or slashing.
Not piercing, yeah.
Now, this rat, it does need to make its swim checks.
It has swim speed of
In fact,
20.
it has a
Oh.
swim speed, so
I didn't know rats had a swim speed.
They do.
yeah,
They do.
swim and climb.
So it swims and sees that you are the one that is disrupting its home, and it tries to attack you. Bert, can you look at the penalty? Is it -4 if I'm in the water?
The penalty is only the penalty is if it's attacking me from land, or if it's using slashing or bludgeoning damage.
Bam, it's not. I roll a 13. Do I miss?
Bite, technically, a bite counts as all three, and usually it counts as the worst one in these situations, if I remember correctly.
What? If you have piercing, he's okay.
But
Says-
bite
says
is also
P.
bludgeoning and slashing.
I
Yeah.
never heard that. Okay, I must do piercing because it's a
I'm pretty
rat.
sure you get. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you get to just because I was piercing. You're just chill.
Yep. Okay, so that is the rat as it comes to attack you, as you hear it screeching before it jumps in the water. Okay, now it's you, Stabo. What do you want to do as you see this rat coming at you?
Well, I guess I'm gonna try and stab it in the. Well,
What do you have as a weapon?
I have a dagger. I was handed a dagger.
Okay.
Well, technically, yeah, I will focus my light and attempt to blind it.
Okay, that's gonna be your second light. Okay.
That's my first light. Turning it on doesn't use it. I can use the blinding aspect of it 3 times a day. Using the light itself is just an action. It's just a thing I can do.
Okay. My apologies. I thought I had designed it differently. I have to double
So
check
I need
it.
a DC 12 Fortitude save, or it's blinded.
Perfect. DC 12 Fortitude save. One die rat. Fortitude save. Pop my sheet up. Fort. Am I? Why am I having issues with Fort? Fort for some reason is not on my
For the
sheet.
penalty.
Here it is. I got it.
The penalty for underwater slashing or bludgeoning is
No, he blinded me.
-2.
He tried to blind me, but I have a 19 for it, so it's unsuccessful, Stabo.
Okay, and in that case, I'll just stab it.
Okay, with a -4 penalty. That is a.
There is no -4 penalty. Daggers are a piercing weapon.
Okay, so an 18. That's 1 damage there. So you are successful.
Okay, and is the rat holding its breath?
The rat. I mean, I would assume so. It swam to. Yeah.
Okay, if I remember correctly, taking damage while holding your breath does reduce the amount of time you can hold your breath.
Okay. Yeah, it's like a round. It's like a round per con. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I see
So
the damage you
reduce that
did.
number by 1.
Got you. Okay. Next round, Bella. What
That's
you like to do? No, excuse me. It's Bella's turn, right? No. No, it's not. Yeah, it is, right? 16?
Okay, the ordering isn't sorted.
There we go. What's your dex, Bella?
What is it? 16. That's a +3 mod.
Okay, I'm got the rat has Dex of 17. I'm gonna see Bella, and I'm gonna be mad because I'm a mad rat, and I see her disrupting my pile and my potential children, and I'm going to attack the cliff, stay near to me, and I'm going to roll an 8, and I'm going to be unsuccessful. What would you like to do, Bella, for your turn?
I'm gonna back up.
Mm-hmm.
We're lacking light, and I believe my friend only has low light vision, so I'm gonna cast the light cantrip.
Okay.
Do you have a firefly? I don't know how you work, but I need a firefly.
Do you need a firefly as well?
I guess I've got dark vision, so I can always see, but this is for I'm casting it on Spruce.
Let me say something. Can Spruce even see?
That's why I'm giving him light.
I have low light vision. I do not have dark vision.
Okay, let me see.
I've got a.
But now you got to see, Bella. Spruce can see though, and Spruce, you know why you can see a little bit.
Why?
I mean, can you see in the game why you can see? Because there is something that is glowing beneath you.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Bella,
interesting.
You should be able to see that as well.
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay.
I'll cast a light on myself. It's a touch spell, so I have to, touch myself.
Okay.
I'll light my hat up because that's the thing to light.
And that is.
This is just to allow the. Yeah.
So you're meeting bright light. How much? 60 feet or 30? I can't remember.
Light cantrip is 20.
20.
20 right, 20 low light.
Okay, there you go. Okay. Spruce, your turn. You are in the water.
Is there anyone I can? Is that a rat that needs punching?
Yeah.
Now you are in the water, so that's difficult terrain. You can go up you can't 5-foot step. Just remember that because you're in difficult terrain, but you can move up to the rat and punch. But the rat is above you.
Okay, because that would be only like 10 feet of movement, and I think difficult terrain halves, if I'm remembering correctly.
Yes, that's 20 feet to move, right? I believe. Okay.
Actually.
And then I'm going to
I moved you because you can't move up there. That's a little elevated. It would take more movement, yeah.
Okay, and then I'm assuming it's like higher up than me, right?
It is.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna try and like smack that rat with a melee attack.
Unfortunately, the unsure footing of the gunk and the sewage has got you all kinds of messed up, and your footing and the explosions got you disoriented. And as you go to punch, you missed a small rat. Augustus, what would you like to do?
I guess I got it. But I see the rat over on my side, right?
Well, you saw that it jumped in the water and to chase after Stabo.
Oh, not much I could do. I guess I have to jump in the water and go through the thing. So, however I can do that, I do that.
You jump in the water, and you go around this area. You see you pass through because Torian's still holding, but as passing through, the rat will get in type opportunity against you if it can underwater. Does that seem valid?
Yeah.
The rat will screech. As it misses with a 12, I believe.
Nah, it hits me.
Hits you with a 12. Okay. Roll. You take 3 damage.
Yep.
Please. Hold up. Okay, well, I'll message you. Yep, that's 3 damage, but you get to the other side. Rapa Nui. Excuse me,
Yep.
Augustus.
Okay.
Now we are back at Phelan.
So I can move up to the rubble, but not. But then I'm almost out of movement, so
Okay, well,
could I play my accordion here or not?
yeah, you can.
You
Okay.
can double move if you want.
That is an
Oh,
option
maybe
too.
I'll do that.
Okay, the rat does not get another type opportunity.
So I can't see or move through this.
I'm gonna move you this way. Okay.
And then I guess I can move here.
How many feet left do you have?
I had 5 feet left of movement for my first move when I ended right behind
And you had 30, and then you went through. Yeah, just stay right there where you're at. That's fine. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, Stabbo, your turn. No, excuse me. The rat goes. The rat goes. Rat 1 goes.
I did double move.
Okay, that's a 19. 19 hits you.
Yes, it does.
3 damage to Stabbo. Stabbo, your turn.
Now, how is he holding this rock up? Like, is he like, since I imagine he's like feet on the ground, like lifting it. Is he able to like crawl under it and hold it up with his back, or is it feasible for that, or like?
He is at this time. He is holding his breath, and the party members are pretty much swimming, crawling under his legs.
Okay. I will. Well, that's what I mean. Like, could he hold it up with his back and crawl himself, or would it require being held from the other side?
It requires assistant being helped on the other side.
Okay. I am going to. Yeah. No, I'll stab the rat again. Lame. And I'll use up another use of it. Give me another DC 12 fort save.
Okay. DC. You said 13? I can't remember.
12.
Did I make it or not? 23? Yep.
Yeah, you made it.
This rat's strong. This smasher splinter.
Yeah, I guess that's my turn since we can't move through until the other side holds
Right,
up.
other one sees Spruce trying to attack it, and he is going to, or it's going to attack Spruce. 13 hits you, Spruce. That's a miss.
Let me see. My AC is a 13, so it
That
meets
is a
it.
meet. That is a meet. Take 1 damage. Take 1 damage, and then I'm gonna send you a message. Okay, now it is Bella's turn.
Any rocks that I can just throw as an improvised weapon?
Sure, there is pebbles on the ground. And remember, you have the dagger. I believe you have the throne dagger. You have some. You have the stuff from the
No, no,
cache.
I have
Oh,
Yeah, I used one of my turns during the escape sequence to pass it off to Lamphead.
unfortunately.
So I will. Well, I'm a throwing build in theory, so it's I don't have precise shot yet, but it's better than engaging in melee. So I pick up I guess a pebble or rock, and throw it at the rat.
Okay. Let's toss them rocks.
Yeah, here's a ranged attack roll. So that's -3. I have precise shot, so it's sorry, I don't have precise shot. I've got point blank shot, so I don't have precise shot, so it's -4 + 1. So it's a 16.
16. Yep, you hit it.
It's an improvised weapon. What do you want its damage dice to be?
I mean, it's a rock, so let's do 1d2. Okay, wow. 1d2, so we'll do 2. Okay, so 2 damage as you hurl this
3
rock.
damage.
Well, it's 1d2 though. How'd you do the extra
You get to
damage?
add your strength for the thrown weapons.
Okay,
Well, no, it's actually point blank shot.
okay,
Oh,
perfect.
yeah.
As you just blanket, hit this rat in the eye. Perfect. And it screeches. Okay. Bellow with the intensity. Spruce.
Am I able to climb up onto solid, dry ground?
Yeah, you can get up. I believe climbing is a type of opportunity though. So you climb up. The rat sees
Yeah.
this as your hands hit the side of the little walkway there, and it goes to bite you again, but it misses. What would you like to do as you get up?
I'm gonna punch it again. Well, actually, now that I'm up, I think I'm just gonna move to soccer punt its head, but same thing mechanically.
Unfortunately, as you move, you have a little bit of mud and grime on the ground. So as you slip, you actually go to punch it before you're all the way up, and you just unfortunately hit the wall behind you. Augustus. Augustus.
My mic was up. I'm sorry.
Okay.
The rat is under the water. I can't see it, right?
No, this rat you can see by Spruce. You cannot
Okay.
see the other one now. You've already went through the tunnel.
Sure. Augustus, he does his verbal components and stuff, and shoots at the acid. And I don't think this is an attack roll for me, does it? So let me figure out how to do an attack real quick. Here's a ranged attack, 18, but it's touch attack, and it's got penalties at the ass. Is this dude right here blocking it?
No, he's underwater.
Okay, so it's 14 because of I don't have point blank.
As you hear the
Touch.
rat screech, you see that the acid starts to melt its skin away, and it flips and it lands on its side.
Alright. I move over here. The end. What is this thing here? What is this?
That is actually a type of algae. If you would like to make some type of nature check.
23.
23. Let's go to the kingdom. Let's go to Bay Harbor. Landmarks, Luminous River. Okay. You know that this is known. You know that there's a main river running through Sarisia called the Luminous River. Locals gave it the name the River of Lights due to the glowing algae that thrives in its clear, fresh water. At night, the river emits an ethereal, otherworldly glow, providing a source of light from the surrounding area. The algae is said to even have mystical properties, and many locals believe that the river's waters possess healing and rejuvenating powers. As a result, the river is not only a major source of transportation and commerce, but also a significant culture and spiritual landmark for the people of Sarisia. And this is known as as luminous algae.
What are the? You said the healing. There's like healing properties to it.
You know that the algae can be used as a small torch or something to help guide seafarers through the river at night. But you also know that it can be used to make an elixir.
Okay.
And it is incredibly rare. They normally don't allow you to pick it because it is a landmark. But sometimes, if there is an overgrowth, it can be cultivated. There are special times of the month and year, or the months, depending on how much there is, that it can be cultivated.
Okay. I don't have any more action, so I stand there.
Phelan.
Could I try to aid another to hold the rocks up from the other side after I get out of the water?
You can. Well, you're
Okay.
in. Well, you got out, but you're in the water still. So if you want to aid, you can. You would aid from there. If I'll back you up, just because you might not have known what you could do. So you can aid.
Okay.
I believe you just make a strength check. Aid. Unfortunately, Phelan, you feel weak and still kind of banged up from the slide. I believe that's all you can do is aid, right? Or can she move? I thought when you aid, that's all you can do. Your whole term is aid up.
Yeah, aiding is an action.
Did she move now? I can't remember.
Oh,
It's like
you
a standard
moved me
action.
5
deal.
feet.
What, Phelan?
You moved me 5 feet?
Well, I moved there so you could aid there.
Yeah. So that's all I can do, I think, right?
Okay. I don't know. Does she get another action?
Well, she can't. I don't really know. I don't really.
Because you really
know
should
if-
move. Because you really should move to aid. I feel like she's aiding. That takes her whole turn up because she's trying to aid the rock.
Well, it could be like right now. It just makes sense. Like I don't know what the rules say, but like, okay. So if I want to aid by holding a rock up, all right, maybe for that brief moment. But the thing is, like, since it's my turn, if I walk away, how am I, holding the rock up still? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The thing is, she doesn't know that she failed the check. She can't act like she knows she failed the check. She
True.
is helping ineffectually to hold up the rock.
True. Okay. So we're going to rat one then. Rat one.
Right.
I love that description. Thank you, everybody, for making this a party. So again, the rat. You hear the rat trying to bite and slam its way as it is swimming and screeching at this huge metal thing that has invaded its home. 15 hits you, Sabo?
Yep.
Okay, 3 damage, Sabo.
Is our orc still over here holding this up?
He is. He is holding it up.
His token disappeared.
Yeah, because it's right here.
Okay.
Stabo's turn.
Well, I'm gonna make an attempt at something. I'm gonna accept an attack of opportunity. I'm gonna attempt to grapple the rat.
Okay.
Maybe the rarity did all its attacks up.
I don't know. Wait, how big is the rat? Is it a medium rat or is it a rat?
It's a small animal.
Okay, yeah, so I attempt to grapple the rat. They aren't known for their great CMD.
It misses.
Do I grapple the rat?
What's your CMB is 7? Its CMD is... Oh, yeah, you do not hit it.
Really?
Yep.
Tiny
12.
stuff usually has shit CMD.
Well, you get size bonuses to kind of mitigate against the CMB.
Well, he said it's small, not tiny.
Yeah. I think normal rats are tiny.
What I'm pointing out is it just negates itself, the sandbag, because of the size bonus.
I'll move action. I'll signal for the orc to start making his way through, and I'm gonna use my move action to slip under the wall.
So you went to grab, failed, and then it didn't hit you and you went under. So you went over, okay?
Yep.
Okay. So the orc is still holding. The orc is going to go last because the orc is going to go last. The rat 2 is dead. Bella, what'd you like to do?
I'll get in the water and prepare to give Spruce back support to help him lift the rock. I'm not going to be the one to lift it, but I think Spruce is stronger than me.
Out of character, he has a strength of 12.
Spruce is stronger than me. You don't need much strength for me to consider you to be stronger than me.
Someone needs to hit the gym.
It's effectively ready in action to aid another, but I can roll it now if you want.
So you want Spruce to aid to hold the rock up?
Yeah, because we want to get the...
Okay. I got you. You can go ahead and... when Spruce goes, you'll hold your turn. So Spruce jumps back in the water and holds it, sure. You can go ahead and roll now. And then Spruce, you're going in the water. Go ahead and roll your swing check, Spruce.
Yeah, I'm gonna hop back in and lift up the rock. You need a strength roll?
Yep. Yep, you hold the rock up. Does anybody want to do? You want to let Torin go ahead and come through?
I imagine we just let him come through. I'll get up onto land at least.
Okay. Torin comes through. And it shuts, and you can hear the screeching of the rat behind the rock. The party, and you see this algae here. The luminous algae is what locals have called it. What happened? What's going on? What the fuck?
Did you control Z people back?
I didn't mean to. I meant to control Shift Z. I think it's Shift Z. There we go. The luminous algae. Okay.
Bella, you had a repair construct of some kind, didn't you?
Yep.
So how's that work?
It's just cure light wounds, but for constructs.
Yeah, I'll take that. Let me get that.
Can I do sort of check to know how to properly cultivate the plants?
From your roll that you had earlier, there is nothing. It's really simple, and that's really the great thing about it. But the bad thing about the cultivation of it is that you just simply pull it up.
Oh, for the sake of light and the how dire things are, I'm breaking the law.
And you're gonna emit 5 light of low light. And you have 1 luminous algae, remember that. As the tunnel stretch ahead, it kind of splits into multiple paths, presenting the players with 2 choices and potential diversions. To the right, it is dark. You can hear as the sewer starts to go down and the water starts to drip down into like a slide. It's not really revealing much under that. To the left, it's more of the same as you see by the little water going down here, that it seems like a slope going down on both sides. And I kind of explain how this works. So pretty much there's a path that is, you can go left or right, and they both are, it's like a slide, like it's imagine like a water slide.
Augustus will speak. Well, apparently, plans were made. Does anyone know what to do now?
I think we should quickly take stock. Phelan, you have did you manage to keep that accordion?
Yeah.
In that supply cache, I have the ability to craft one of my devices when we get a safe space. What it does, well, it'll depend on what we need. What do you have, Phelan?
For uh, for what purpose? I mean, what purpose are we trying to find things for right now?
Well, I'm just wondering what spells you have.
Okay, I've got uh, I've got resistance and message. I don't see anything that would be useful right now, as far as I can tell. Oh. I still don't see anything that would be useful right now.
Augustus will detect magic in this room to see if there's anything around here that is magical.
All right. I'm gonna pick up some rocks, but just for future ammunition. All right. Well, I mean, we really just have to get out of this area, don't we? If we come across a blockage, maybe I can. If we have some time, I can craft something to help us get out. Yeah.
I flip a coin and start walking.
Which coin do you flip? Which way do you go?
I go this way because it's the way fate has determined for me.
Okay, so Stabbo starts to walk down.
Did I sense any magic in the area?
No magic.
Okay.
I can't get over this mystical barrier.
Actually, there is something for you to detect. Can you spellcraft these? And I've got the salve and the potion.
What are these? I go and I look at them, and if you're sure that's a spellcraft check to do that, my brain's not working. I do that. It's a 25 spellcraft.
The potion definitely is. I don't know about the salve.
So we're trying to identify what the potion is.
Yeah, technically you can actually perception check a potion to identify it, but spellcraft's just so easy.
Okay, so there was no magic. I didn't want you to feel like I was ignoring you, Augustus. There was no magic. You detected no magic, and there's a cliff here you can drop. You're not sure you'll be able to climb back up. How high is the cliff? Same as the other side. Yes, it is the same as the other side. It is about 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. It is past 60.
Likely to be able to fall on the water and not suffer damage.
Yeah, it's like a water slide. So there's water. Like you see the left there. You see how it kind of goes down. We did the best because this is a custom map, by the way. So we made this map best we could. But so imagine the 2 water slides. Yeah.
Okay, well, I hop in the water slide and start sliding.
I am getting Augustus to identify the potion, the salve that was in the supply kit that we were given.
Okay. It seems that the potion is a cure light wounds potion, and the salve is a what appears to be just something for it has 5 applicants of 1 resistance to fire. So you put it on, and you have a 1 to your hands. You have a resistance to fire for 1 round.
Okay. All right. Well, going down.
Yep, down the slide.
Okay, it is water.
I have a life vest shirt still. But yeah, I will follow him because whatever.
Okay, so we got some. I don't have no splash. Well, here we go. So as he jumps in and slides all the way down. Who else follows him?
I'm gonna follow.
I go with.
Oh, before we go down, can I pass the sun rod on to one of the people that can actually not see in darkness?
I'm holding this little.
I cannot.
Yeah, I'll pass it on to Phelan. Just like you don't have to use it, but there's no point in me holding on to it. I've got 60-foot dark vision.
Can I start moving?
Okay, now you're in water, so you're in difficult terrain.
Okay, I ignore the first 10 feet of difficult terrain each round, so I'm just going to climb up out of the water.
Okay.
Alright.
Where is the map?
We got sweep down to the down right. We're about the middle of the map right now.
Okay, I still haven't found it, but
Can you do a shift click so to reorient her?
To what?
now I found it.
Okay.
Yeah. Everybody who doesn't want to be in the poop water, I'll help them out.
Oh, light cantrip requires a firefly. Okay, then I would have.
So yeah, so technically the person that you put the light on does not, as Spruce does not have it.
Yeah, I would have broken the sun rod then, because my purpose was to give Spruce light.
Okay, so yeah, so
Yeah, I don't need like a ton of light.
What is sunlight? Well, I mean, how much is sunlight? Is it 10 or 20?
Sun rod is really powerful. It's 30-30.
Okay. So, as you find your way through, okay, the players continue. You see in front of you, as the players walk, the sewage isn't really flowing here. It's very backed up. You do see some gates here. And they are from the ceiling to the floor. Yes, it's very stagnant here.
So, shouldn't this room be filling with sewage then?
It is. This room is filling with sewage. And it's going above. So the water goes to the walkway, and it's kind of puddling through the iron gates to the other side.
Okay, well, the iron gates seem like our best bet, so, is it locked?
It is from the ceiling to the floor.
Well, does it open, or is it just like a grate they put there for some reason?
It is a grate, so think of like from the ceiling to the floor, and you can see that it seems like it's rusted shut.
Okay.
Hey, Turin, what do you think about the structure of these gates? They look pretty rusted.
Well, I think if one of our big guys over there can bash on it a couple times, I bet it'll fall in.
I can roll knowledge engineering to see if you want.
And your question is, you're trying to see what knowledge
Are
engineering
these-
what now?
I'm looking at these gates and trying to see if there's structural weakness or, like, if it's obviously rusted in the spot or something.
Could we feasibly pop them open?
Yeah, at the heart, that's the question.
At the heart, so from what you see is that these rods are rusted shut. From your previous, I guess, in knowledge and encounters and books or whatnot from studying, you can tell that at the top of the ceiling, that the rods kind of spring into the ceiling. So that lets you know that these rods, these gates are controlled from another part of the sewer. As you continue to look, it really seems that these rods are less of doors and then some type of valve or shut off or containment for debris and to filter big particles.
I see. So it's possible there's a control panel or something for us to pull on to help open these.
Yes.
Alright. We might need to look around a bit. Keep together, I guess. Have an escapee buddy at all times.
So I guess I have to ask. So these are like little bridges, right?
Mm-hmm. There's water on them.
So what is this not? Does this not go underneath?
It's like a shallow layer of water, and then a deeper water.
Yes.
Well, no. What I'm saying is, it's like, okay, so the water goes underneath all these little bridge pieces, right?
Yes.
So does the water flow underneath this right here?
Yeah. Is there an underwater sluice?
No, there is not one.
Well, I guess we'll have to look somewhere else. Let's
All
go,
right.
gang.
And this entire time I've been looking through my spell list to decide what one spell should I make. That would be helpful for us.
Okay, so as the party continues to go, Stabbo, since he is walking so far, is met with sounds of chirping, and I say chirping. Stabbo is met with sounds of this. Is what the party hears. I'm gonna put Torin behind Spruce. Okay. So Stabbo is walking up, and Stabbo sees
I do feel I got to point out, in all fairness, that these guys over here would have seen us coming a mile away.
I know. Stabbo sees something that stands around 3 to 4 feet tall, with wiry frames in a hunter position. Their skin tones vary, ranging from like a sickly green around the head to dark shades of brown. You see large, beady yellow, reddish eyes that flicker. Very unkempt pieces of hair. Long, pointed noses, long, elongated heads with clawed fingers and toes. As Stabbo walks up, he sees, from what appears to be, a sewer goblin. And that's where I'm going to end the session for tonight.
Okay.
Y'all
Question
watch
is,
slow. Y'all are all spread out.
And that's where we're going to
Sorry,
end
I've
for
been
tonight.
like zoning out.
It's fine. I know he's sleepy. I want to thank everyone for playing tonight. I know the escape plan went a lot better this time than last time. I thoroughly enjoyed this session, and I'm excited that the campaign is getting back more towards the story part. But I hope that everyone's been taking notes and learning a little bit about the story and some of the NPCs and things of that nature. But anyways, I'm excited to play with you guys again. So it was a good
Yay.
session. Thank you.